So Phillip Scott made a video about Wakanda Forever. Now, if you know him, you know him. If you don't, you don't. I'm probably gonna end up linking the video itself in the description. So if you don't know him, feel free to check it out and hear for yourself. But he basically made a video talking about Wakanda Forever, essentially saying that how he believes it's a good movie, and there's nothing wrong with having a strong female black character, and there's nothing wrong with Shuri becoming Black Panther because she later became Black Panther in the comics, right? And another thing he says is, which I can understand and relate to, is that he's he doesn't need to, no, he feels that he needs to take a break from anything in regards to how black people are treated in America. And he needs to take a break from that every once in a while. He just wants to sit down and enjoy a movie. And I understand that. But the fact that he's pushing Wakanda Forever as this great movie with little problems, and that the people who dislike the movie are just people whose concerns are not that valid is astonishing to me. Like it really is. It's astonishing. Philip, your argument that Shuri becoming Black Panther only happened later in the comics. Black Panther is a fresh character. He's not that old compared to the rest of the Avengers, right? He's not that old. And so you have this new character that's been around for at least a few years. Again, not that long as the Avengers themselves. But this character has been around only recently. And said character gains a lot of popularity within the community. And a lot of comic fans who read about the characters and are really excited for T'Challa to be portrayed the right way, which he was, right? Chad Boswick, unfortunately, passed away. In his time as Black Panther, he was arguably, shoot, I'm gonna say it, that Dynamite, one of the best actors I've seen in regards to this type of character. This man was a legend. And the fact that he passed away is unfortunate. I understand that people want to honor him and honor the character he played as. I understand that. But again, your argument really only makes sense for later on down the road. And because of that, it doesn't really apply. T'Challa is a fresh character with a lot of people who looked up to him. Children who never really had someone to really envision themselves as when it comes to a black male character. They need that. We as a community desperately need that for our children. Because unfortunately, excuse me, sorry. As I was saying, unfortunately, we don't really have that because our parenting skills are lacking in some areas, right? And this is unfortunate, and this is due to a lot of reasons. But regardless of the situation, people need someone to look up to and inspire to be, and so inspired to be so they can become strong, independent adults. The fact that you're pushing for a strong female black character is understandable. Right? We do need that. But at the same time, there are literally the first movie we are introduced to black female warriors that aid T'Challa throughout almost all of the movie. If they're not in your definition as strong female black characters, I don't know what is, because it's basically being sown. And Shuri, in the first movie, was arguably a strong female black character because even though she was a genius, she was out there defending herself and fighting for her nation. I got something in my throat. I don't know why. But as I was saying, she was fighting for her nation, and I would argue and say that was someone that that little girls go up to as being as she was someone that little girls will look to and can be classified as a strong female lead. She wasn't the only one, as I stated before, because again, you had literally female warriors that ate T'Challa throughout the first movie. And so I feel like your strong female character argument doesn't really apply because we already had that. And as such, the fact that they didn't recast T'Challa is also a problem. Because again, I understand that the character has died. But at the same time, how many times did the Joker get recasted? What about Heath Ledger? He was arguably one of the best Jokers around. He died, unfortunately. And after some time, he got recasted. The role of Joker was passed down to Jared Leto in his awful version. Regardless, the role itself kept changing, and it's still changing. Even though Heath Ledger died. So I don't understand why Black Panther couldn't be done the same way. It doesn't make sense to me at all. It doesn't. And I understand, again, you want to honor the character and all that. But at the same time, we shouldn't let this slide as a black community because we need people, we need characters like this to help the next generation. If we have one thing but less of another, there's an imbalance. And with that imbalance comes problems later on down the road. And I feel like no one's really getting that. Well, Phillip Scott's not really understanding that. I myself only seen bits and pieces of the movie, and I will never go back and watch the entirety of it because we need a movie with T'Challa. We need a movie that isn't forced down our throats about LGBT, female roles, and the bangs and disrespect of a well-beloved character. That's not the movie we should really look forward to seeing. And that's not the type of movie we should endorse. Knowing that these movies were made by people in the studios who doesn't even really honor Chad Boseman's death. They're not doing this to honor him. They're doing this to make a cash grab. It's all about the moolah, the money. It was like that from the very start. So the fact that he doesn't see a problem with that is actually startling and kind of scary because it just doesn't make any sense to me. We have enough female black roles. All we need is somebody we could all look up to. It's if you don't have that, it's going to be a one-sided. We don't need one-sided. We need a complete picture. That's just me, though. And I just feel like the whole thing was done wrong. in the very beginning, and the fact that we have people in our own community actually pushing this type of thing is very concerning. Very concerning. Especially when we have, again, LGBT moments in the movie, which shouldn't be needed. Because, a matter of fact, we even have a Hispanic character in the movie. Why? Why do we have that? Why is Namor Hispanic? Why does he have to be Hispanic? He was not Hispanic in the comics. Why are we aligning ourselves with Hispanics? Why? Why are we doing this? Why do we have LGBT characters and Hispanic characters? I don't understand this. It doesn't make any sense. I understand the narrative is being pushed around. I understand that completely. What I'm asking is, do you understand that? Do you see the narrative being pushed? Because it feels like a lot of people don't see the narrative. And that's, again, scary and disappointing because if we sit here and we promote Wakanda Forever, then it's going to keep on doing us dirty and keep on denying us what this generation really needs, and that's a complete picture of strong roles for everybody to watch and for characters to be done right and for characters to not just die off screen and just stay dead because that shouldn't be done. It should not be done. That's just my opinion. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.